So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to play Pandemic. Pandemic is a board game where you have to try to stop diseases from spreading too much and you getting knocked out. You have to try to find all the cures and disinfect all the viruses. There are 4 viruses. One is the black virus, one is the red virus, one is the blue and the yellow. We're going to be talking about how to play Pandemic and what you do in it. This game is so unique because it's a collaboration game. You're not playing against each other to win. You're all playing against Pandemic to stop yourself from dying in the 3 ways. But I'm going to explain that to you sometime in this video. In this part, we're going to be talking about what everything does in Pandemic and what it's called. These are the infection, these are the player cards. A player card looks like this. So, you'll get 4 in the start of the game. The person with the highest population starts first. These are the infection, this is the infection deck. This is an infection card. On your turn, you have to draw a certain amount depending on the infection rate marker where it is. And you would have to infect the city. This is the outbreak marker. If it goes all the way here, you lose. These are the roll cards. They each have 1 or 2 special abilities that no other player has. These are the infection cubes. 1 means you can put up to 3 infection markers on 1 city. These are the cards that every player should have by them. It's just to explain what you can do in a turn as a reminder. Now we're going to mix the epidemic cards into the 4 stacks and we're going to shuffle them. So you need to make 4 around equal stacks of player cards, and then you need to get a different amount of cards. However, epidemic cards you can choose for difficulty. You can have 4, 5, or 6 epidemic cards in a game. So then you need to put 1 on the top of each, and you need to shuffle them. And then you have to stack them up into 1 big pile. Now that you've got the pile, you need to put it in the player deck. So, now we're going to talk about what are the player roll cards and what's the difference. So each player roll card has a different color. So for the pawn, you'll find it up here. That's the color that you're going to start with. In my case, I got a medic. You get the roll, it's random, you do not choose it. And each one has some unique features. I'm going to explain what they are. So remove all cubes of 1 color when doing treat disease. So when you're doing a treat disease, say you have 3 cards here, 3 blocks here. Normally for a player, like if they were here, you would have to go 1, 2, that removes 1, then another 2 to get that. But in this case, it says that if you do treat disease, you do it once and it removes all the cubes from it. So the second one is automatically remove cubes of cured diseases from the city you are in and prevent them from. So if there's like a cure disease and you're in a city, I think it says that it can't be there. Yeah, I think this does the same thing as you can do if you have like a cured disease. And then for this guy, he has turquoise. So as an action, take any discarded event card and store it on discard. So this is the discard pile. If an event card is like this, it is not an action, it does not take up a move. You can do what it says on this. So it says that you can take it back. If this was in the discard pile, then you can take this back and keep it with this person. When you remove it, so you can have this, you can only have one at a time. So that's researcher. You may give one of your city cards. So when you're sharing cards, so if two people were here, like if they weren't a researcher, then they would have to, they can only give the city that they're in. But for the researcher, they can give any city, they just have to be in the same city. So that's the researcher. So for the operations expert, you can build a research station and you don't have to give up the city that you're in, because for most, unless you're an operations expert, I guess you would have to give up a card, the card that you're in, the city that you're in, to build a research station. So you can, as an operations expert, you can also move any research station to anywhere, but you have to discard one of your cards. So for a scientist, you only need 4 cards to cure a disease. Normally you need 5. For a quarantine specialist, you can stop any outbreaks and cube placements connected to the city that you're in. And that doesn't mean all the other cities because they're all connected. It just means with one line connect. For a dispatcher, you can move another player's pawn as if it was yours, but you have to get permission first. As an action, you can move any pawn to a city with another pawn. So, yeah. That covers that. So when you're making, who goes first? So the person with the biggest population, you'll find the population over here. You'll get 4 of these cards. These are player cards. You'll get 4 in the start of the game, and the player with the biggest population, a card with the biggest population, will get to start first. Also, in a turn, you can, there's 4 kinds of moves you can do. There's only one of the 3 things that you do in a turn. So the first thing that you can do is a shuttle flight. A shuttle flight is if you have 2 research stations, like I have here, you can move from there. That takes 1 action. You can have 4 actions in 1 turn. The other way is a charter flight, a drive or ferry. This means that you can move to any city connected by lines. The other way is a charter flight. So you can discard the city that you're in and fly anywhere else. The other way is that you can have a direct flight. So you can discard the city that you want to go to, and then you can go to that city. if you're making any moves with this card, then you have to put it in the discard pile. One of the other things that you can do in a turn is you take 2 of these cards. The other thing that you need to do is that you need to take some of these cards, and then you need to take 3 and then infect those cities with 1 cube. Well, it depends on what it says here. So you have to pick up 3. That's what you can do in a turn. For curing a disease, you need to have 5 cards of the same color. If you had 5 black cards, then you could cure the black virus. But you have to go to a research station to cure a disease. And also to disinfect it so you can't place it again, you have to remove all cubes of that color from the board, and then if you do that, then you can turn this around. But if you cure it, move it up to there. Also, to win, you have to cure all the viruses. Yeah, I think we're going to wrap up my video there. We're going to continue on with more piano videos, but I'm up to date with the songs that I'm playing. Well, I have some songs planned that I'm going to record maybe on the weekend or tomorrow. And I'm going to make some more videos on how to play games. We're going to see you soon. I'm going to see you soon in another video. Hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I might have uploaded my weekly live stream, but I figured out that you can only do it if on YouTube for free if you have 100 subscribers. So if you want the weekly live stream, and then please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, so we can reach that goal.